Hey folks, Stratman Mark here. If you have been watching this video, you just saw a little short film, if you will, with video of my 2009 Fender ROADWORN 50's model Stratocaster. I've been playing this guitar for about 10 years. Best guitar I've ever had. The only true vintage sounding guitar I've ever had, in my opinion. So let me tell you, let's see, how do we want to go about this? Let me just tell you really quick what, from my experience with this guitar for 10 years, has taught me about the ROADWORN guitars, okay? Now, here's the deal. In my opinion, and this is strictly my opinion, there are two things that determine the tone of your guitar. Approximately 50% of that, in my opinion, is the pickups that you have. The other 50%, in my opinion, is the guitar itself, the wood and everything else, right? So let's keep that in mind. Now let's look at history. Let's backtrack into history. Okay, now, for me, my favorite music, including the music that had the best guitar tones, in my opinion, is from the maybe mid to late 50s through maybe around the mid 60s or so. In my opinion, the songs you heard on the radio, the songs you got on when you bought records, they had the best guitar tone ever in history, in my opinion. Okay. So what is one of the main reasons that the electric guitar then sounded better than a new electric guitar now, in my opinion? Why did a vintage guitar from then sound better, in my opinion, than a new guitar now? Well, one of the primary reasons is that back then the guitars had a lacquer finish. Nitrocellulose lacquer. If this will focus, there we go. Nitrocellulose lacquer finish, which is what's on this ROADWORN guitar. Now, nitrocellulose lacquer finish, it's the same kind of finish that you have on high-quality pieces of furniture, okay? It's, yeah. So, what you have on other guitars, different from the vintage guitars and different from this guitar, which is intended to be a vintage recreation, you have today's predominant finish, which is the polyurethane finish. Now, polyurethane is a plastic. Again, these are only my opinions. Polyurethane is a plastic. When you paint a guitar with plastic, basically, in my opinion, and from my experience, it greatly dulls the tone. Greatly dulls the tone. However, and that, in my opinion, is why modern guitars finished with polyurethane do not and cannot ever sound like a vintage guitar. But the Fender ROADWORN, although it's a modern guitar, it is painted with a nitrocellulose lacquer finish. The only place that's set up for lacquer finish is in Corona, California, where the Fender USA shop is and the custom shop is. Well, this Fender ROADWORN guitar, the body and the neck are American made, and they are nitrocellulose lacquer painted in Corona, California. So yeah, body and neck are made in Corona, California, painted in Corona, California. And right now I'm edging into the topic of, is this a Mexican guitar? No, it's not, in my opinion. In addition to the body and neck being made and painted in Corona, California, the hardware is US, including the bridge and the trem arm. The tuners are US, and the only thing quote-unquote Mexican on the guitar is these pickups. These are the Tex-Mex pickups. Now, I like to play blues and old school music, and from my experience and in my opinion, these are more vintage sounding than the custom shop Texas Specials. That's just my opinion. I would try both if I were you. Okay, so the only thing actually made in Mexico is these pickups, the Tex-Mex pickups. The pots and the switches and stuff like that, those are Japanese, okay? And then the guitar is assembled in Mexico, okay? And also the factory in Mexico, it's not like some rundown old dilapidated facility in a remote mountain village or something like that. It's state of the art. You can watch videos. You can watch video tours of the Fender factory in Mexico, and you can see it's state of the art. Okay, so the 50% of the tone, in my opinion, being from lacquer finish. If you want a vintage sound, you buy this guitar, you got your lacquer finish, and it's a huge difference. It's a huge difference. Now, more about lacquer finishes and tone. Now, when you buy the Fender ROADWORN guitar, and I used to scoff at this big time before I bought the guitar, it comes with a little bit of wear on the guitar, a little bit, right? It's simulated wear. Well, like the original vintage guitars, which would wear the paint from playing, this ROADWORN recreation guitar also, its lacquer paint will also wear from playing. So the cool thing is, even though you start off buying this thing with a little bit, way less than this, but with a little bit of factory-made wear, as you play it, your own playing wear replaces the original token wear, if you will. Okay, so that's very good. And in addition, as you play it, from your arm rubbing up and down on the body and whatnot, it wears on the finish, and the finish gets thinner and thinner, and in some places it gets so thin that it comes off completely. Well, as that finish thins or disappears completely, the tone just gets better and better and better. Again, only an opinion. But it certainly gets warmer and warmer and warmer and more vintagey, if you will, from that happening. So that's another good thing. The lacquer finish sounds better than polyurethane, big time, in my opinion. And furthermore, unlike the polyurethane, the lacquer finish wears, and the more it wears, the better it sounds. And the cooler it looks because the wear becomes your own wear. All right, so that's the deal on that. Now I've got jumbo tall stainless steel frets on here. For me, that was a fantastic, fantastic, fantastic choice. For me it was. Oh, I love these frets. Oh my gosh. Now I had to raise the action higher to clear the taller frets. And in addition, I installed a brass nut. Right, so those two things meant my action was quite a bit higher, so I had to adjust the height of my string tree. Had to raise it up. Yeah, I had to redo my setup down here as far as my bridge saddle height adjustment. Focus, please, camera, focus. Come on. All right then. Well, anyway. Okay, there we go. Fine. I had to make adjustments here, my bridge saddle height and angle, and then good to go. Okay. What else about this guitar? Yeah, I guess that's about it. It's not a Mexican guitar, quote unquote. It's almost all U.S. made and finished. Only the pots and the switch are not U.S. They're Japanese. All the hardware is U.S. Body and neck are made and finished in the U.S. And the hardware includes the bridge, the tuners, and then body is made and finished nitrocellulose lacquer finished in Corona, California. And the Tex-Mex pickups, in my opinion, are extremely good. And in my opinion, I like them a lot better than the Texas Special. I find the Texas Special pickup to be a bit harsh and brittle sounding. Purely my opinion. Okay, so that's it. Why should you buy a lacquer finish guitar? That was part of this video. What is the real truth about the Fender ROADWORN Stratocaster? You know, is it a Mexican guitar? And what's it all about? So we went through that. And so that's it. This is Stratman Mark. I'm going to go ahead and sign off now. Stop moving the camera so people don't get dizzy. And I'm hoping for it to focus. It doesn't want to focus at all. All right then, folks. We'll just do this. Okay, folks. Thanks for watching. And hope you'll try a ROADWORN. You can pick them up pretty cheap. A lot of people just don't think they're any good for some reason. People who have never played one. I used to be one of those people. So you can get them pretty cheap on Craigslist or whatever. So if you like vintage tone, this thing really delivers. And if you want a U.S. guitar, this thing's 99% U.S. All right? And once again, everything expressed, all the opinions and everything expressed in this video are just my opinions. All right. Thanks for watching. Stratman Mark signing off. Bye.